I please have your attention? I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
It's the Bar Rated Podcast.
This world still got a chance. Yeah!
The president in 1981. Which Star Wars episode was the destruction about to run? Grab the smartest friends, you know it's time to start the game. R-rated trivia, we're here to train your brain.
Happy Monday. Sorry we're running late on starting our regular 3 p.m. show we do every Monday live. R-rated entertainment, but my mom said she was running late and we don't get many viewers. She said she had to do something and she's going to be back to the house by 3. So, hi, Mom. I'm sure you're here. I'm sorry we're late to all the rest of you guys are watching live on a Monday. And it's just Colton, myself, and I'm Goldberg. And Colton here from Bar-Rated Entertainment as well. What's up, man?
Hey.
We had a long weekend. And we got a trivia game for you. We got another long weekend coming up. And it's Brew Fest, actually. It's the Crazy Brew Bash. We've got tickets to give away to the Crazy Brew Bash happening this Saturday at Mount Southington, September 17th. Tickets are available. There's VIP entry at 11 a.m. I'm going to be there at 9 a.m. to start setting up Aero Dodge in our tent and everything else. We're going to be drinking beers. It's a Bloody Mary contest, live music. I'm sure they had an axe throwing out there last year. Like, I don't know how many years I've done the Crazy Brew Bash. 5, 6 years. But it's just, and you can ride the chairlifts up too. It's like if you're going for snowboarding, but I'm not ready for the snow. Crazy Brew Bash is the place to go, and all the proceeds go to the Reach Foundation. They help out families with children that are needing medical attention and more, and helping those families get to where they need to go with their kids and their families, so they can get the proper care that they need. And Matt Mazzocchi from the Reach Foundation is awesome. They love doing events for them throughout the year. So, want to go to the Crazy Brew Bash for free? You can do that by emailing me, playaerododge@gmail.com. We're going to pick one lucky email at random to win a pair of passes, and that will be probably by Thursday night. We have this video going all week long. We do our praise of the week. So email us now. Email me as many times. Well, not, I guess as many times as you want. I don't know. But playaerododge@gmail.com. A pair of passes to go. Tickets are still on sale, though. For you to go and check it out. And today, for our trivia game, in honor of the Crazy Brew Bash, we're doing a beer trivia. We're going to give you a beer quiz. So if you win that, you get a pair of Aero Dodge passes for an upcoming Aero Dodge event, Aero Dodge's Combat Archery. And it's our new event thing that we're going to be doing. We were actually at the Shakespeare Fest a couple of weeks. Were you there, Colt, at Shakespeare?
I was for the first hour.
Yeah, you helped set up, and then you had to go, because you like to go into a wedding. It's a wedding, getting married?
I married a lot of people.
Yeah, you could officiate them too. Why not? But yeah, we were at Shakespeare Fest, and we had our setup. We put our tent out there and had the targets up, and if you knock the bowling pin down, you can get a free sticker. And we had other great prizes we were giving away from some of the breweries. I don't know if we're gonna have this set up at the Crazy Brew Bash. We will have our bar-rated tent to be doing trivia games definitely throughout the day, but we had the same setup also at the Heartbeat Music Festival, which we're going to talk about after this show, because, I mean, I had a blast. If you were at the Heartbeat Music Festival and you came and saw me, it was great seeing you. If you don't, we're going to recap kind of what happened, but it was basically downtown Hartford, and we're out there like Wadsy, who's not on the show with us today, doing stage announcements, introducing the bands, especially Professors of Sweet Music. So we're gonna talk about that, and actually we've got some video of some of the performances that we took from that day that we'll share after our show. So right now what we are doing is our crazy brew bash beer themed game, and Colt's going to be playing. I don't know if Barris was playing from home. Like, everybody in BRE is beat up. That's why there's nobody live on the show right now. I can't believe I'm here.
Yeah.
I did it 17,000 steps on Saturday. That's not steps up and down. I mean, there were lots of steps at Riverfront Recapture in downtown Hartford.
Walking from when you wake up to when you go to sleep. Yeah.
It was. I got there at 9 a.m. and I walked 8 miles and clocked it on my watch. I didn't clock Friday when I was there, but it was a great 2-day festival. Again, we'll recap that at the end before we go into the frames of the week and get you on to the rest of your day. But if you want to play our game right now, crowd.live/Hot Fingers, and we're playing for a pair of passes to go and check out an upcoming Aero Dodge event, which we just filmed a video for this week. Yesterday, right? You were at my house till we watched the Tampa Bay game last week, right?
Yeah, about 24 hours ago we got some video.
Was that even really a game that we watched, Tampa Bay versus Dallas? There
was a touchdown.
Yeah, we're not here to brag on the Cowboys. But no, we were at my house with Dan from Momentum Marketing, and hopefully next week we're going to have some more photos of our outing at the game. Oh, one's missing. Where'd that one of Amy back-to-back go? Well, it's all right. We also had this guy. That's Nick right there. He flew a drone and got some footage too. And Colt has his new headshot for Match.com as well, as he was portraying Craigulus. That's Legolas's brother from the Lord of the Rings. He's our archer mascot. Yeah, where'd that Amy picture go? We got to find that one again. Maybe back. She was the champion. Someone deleted Aero Duel. I don't know. It's not there. But crowd.live/Hot Fingers. Is that what it is? Yeah, for you to play. And actually, if you don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to Aero Dodge, well, we're going to show you this video. And then we're going to get into our game. Oh, and we got to hear from Frankie as well. There's plenty of things happening today. But because I'm talking Aero Dodge, you might not know about it. Here it is. Then Frankie will get us into our game. It's archery, dodgeball, and paintball all mixed into one. Check out our new website put together by Momentum Marketing, aerododge.com. Oh, you didn't even play yesterday, now that I'm thinking about it. You played music.
No.
You were DJing.
I was going to conserve my energy and join, but there was no energy.
I hardly played. I got in what I needed for the videos that I had to do. It was a long weekend. My father-in-law, though, was out the whole time. He's in his 60s, and he's got more energy than me anyway. And we're already been out there for 2 hours. He's like, "Hey, we're gonna go back out and play any more straight up dodgeball games." I'm like, "Tim, I can't feel my feet."
He's packing up faster than all of us too at the end.
Oh yeah, he's the best. He's the absolute best, and I appreciate the help. I got to go to my mother-in-law's birthday tonight, so we're back with everybody tonight. That's why I got to get this game done quick today. Crowd.live/Hot Fingers. And before we get our game started, what does Frankie have for us today? We got to start getting our brains going by learning some things, Colton. Our favorite Lagomorph, Frankie the Rabbit, is here with us to give us This Week in History again. And are we still running for I don't even know what she's running for. Is she running for office?
Either. I think she forgot about that.
All right.
It hasn't come up in a week or two.
All right. Well, let's see what's going on.
Let's not bring it up. Yeah.
I don't know. I just want to make sure
No,
that
we
we're
don't wanna
my
already-
door and start, pooping on my doormat. All right, ladies and gentlemen, before we start our game, get ready to play in just a few. This is Frankie the Rabbit with This Week in Trivia History. Well, you know what? I would think that Frankie would think that smoking pot for the first time at the White House would be news. I mean, with all the grass she eats,
That's true.
I thought she'd kind of be into it.
Maybe that's the White House ambition that she has.
I don't know. Maybe. All right. Thank you, Frankie. And crowd.live/hotfingers is the web link that you would go to play, or you can scan this QR code right here on the screen with your phone. Let you get signed on in. As per usual, when we do these shows live, now that we're at 3 o'clock, there's not much competition. Oh, I don't even know if you're playing. Now that we don't even have hosts here, we're going to do this game anyway. It's Colt versus Zalman.
All right.
We got 6 people watching, which is great. I appreciate that. Follow us at BarRatedENT and email me at playaerododge@gmail.com if you want to win a pair of passes to this Sunday, like we said, at Mount Southington, the Crazy Brew Bash. Free beer fest if you want to go. And tickets aren't that expensive either. They're still available. So you should go and check that out. It's one of the best beer fests of the season. That's an unpaid advertisement, ladies and gentlemen. It's just a lot of fun at a ski mountain. And it's going to be beautiful weather this Saturday, too. So crowd.live / what I call it, hot fingers. How you're going to play is there's going to be 10 questions. The first 8 are multiple choice. You are going to answer those questions as quickly as you can. The faster answers you answer, the more points you get. So what do you need to do, Cole?
Oh, choose wisely or something, right? What do I say?
It's your slogan you
Answer
came up
quickly,
with.
but choose wisely.
It's all right. Do you know what I did at Heartbeat this weekend? My slogan, I sign off every one of these shows. And
Right.
I do every one of my trivia games. I go, all right, everybody, thanks for playing. Don't forget to spay neuter your cats and dogs, tip your bartenders, and never cross the streets. I say that every week, right?
Yeah.
I not only did I didn't say it at the end of Heartbeat, I tried saying it at the end of the first night, and I was so tired from those damn stairs, I forgot never cross the streams. I just blanked on stage. And it's not like there was a lot of people there. There was a good amount, but it's not like the pressure. I'm just like, what is it that I say? I can't remember. It's like,
That's like the whole hook of it. That's what makes it.
I know. I screwed it up, and I didn't even throw it in at the end. But I don't need a saying. It's 3 other people saying. All right, crowd.live /hot fingers. Get on into the game. We're going to literally start it right now because if people watch it go, you can get on in. You'll see what's going to happen. There's a write-in question. An opponent said again, it's the first time playing or watching this video. Let's go. I'm not playing. Colt is playing, so Zalman will see you. Oh, by the way, Zalman, sorry that he won last week, our player, and the yard goats got rained out. So you can win an extra pair of Aerododge passes. Here we go. Question number 1, we're doing a beer quiz. What is the oldest brewery in North America? Oldest brewery in North America is that Pabst Brewing Company, Molson, Labatt Brewing Company, or a Ying-a-ling-a-ding-dong? You tell me. It's actually one of my favorite beer questions to ask. And I'm going to wait to look at what our people answered right till now. And one of you saying Molson and one of you saying Yingling. And this is funny. It's only 1-on-1. And Colt, you're the other person. What did you answer? Did I freeze or did Colt freeze?
Anyway.
Oh, you're
Did
back
we
now.
both freeze? Am I back? Okay. I know that North America, Canada is included in that.
Well, there you go. Well, Molson is the correct answer. Yingling is America's oldest, but Canada's brewery is voted 43 years old. Canada don't count. I said North America, you dingus. Here you go. Colt got that right, 76%. It doesn't matter anyways, Dolan. It's Colt can't win, so you're going to win anyway. So just don't get so mad when you got sausage fingers and hit the wrong button. Here we go. Question number 2. Don't go too fast. Let's see. Commonly sold at breweries and brew pubs, what is the name of the 64-ounce glass bottle or jug used as a means to sell takeout craft beer? Is it a growler, a jug, a mini keg, or a Jeroboam? Jeroboam? Jeroboam. We'll call it that. Jeroboam. Sure. Yeah, why not? What is a Jeroboam? I'm going to look that specifically up. That's literally not going to be the answer. Jeroboam was the first king of the northern kingdom of Israel. Oh, but it's also the type of a champagne bottle. That's what it's like a regular champagne bottle that you would see with that lineup.
You could put beer in it.
You can put beer in anything, specifically in my mouth. All right, what do we write? 100% saying that's a growler. Growlers are correct. Most people don't even use growlers anymore. Everything's a crowler. And I used to hate when I worked at Thomas Hooker and people would come in and like, can you fill my growler? And it was gross and disgusting. I'm like, oh, you might have to wash it out. So by the way, if you go to a brewery and want to fill your growler, bring a clean growler, possibly a cap too. It's stinky. You don't want to put beer in there. Clean it. I'm not going to put beer in unless it's clean. Here we go. Question 3. According to the legend in 1620, the Pilgrims only stopped in Massachusetts because they ran out of beer. To what present-day U.S. state were they originally headed? Ooh, Colt, I just saw that load up. According to the legend, was it? Did they go to Virginia, New Jersey, New York, or North Carolina? Where were they originally headed? And again, stay tuned at the end of this show. We're going to do a quick recap of the Heartbeat Music Festival. If you don't know what it was, we're going to explain how there was an amazing 2-day local free music festival in downtown Hartford on the riverfront. Beautiful day. All right, well, we got a third player coming in. Uh-oh. We got Virginia, New York, and New Jersey. One of you is correct. The correct answer was Virginia. And Zalman got that right. Ginger Snap joining into the game. Hello. Welcome to our game, Ginger Snap. Out of Manchester, Connecticut, we got Monroe versus Unionville versus Manchester right now.
Go
let's
Monroe.
Let's see who's going to take it. Multiple parts of the state going on. Here's question number 4 in our beer round. The 1977 film Smokey and the Bandit. I actually never. I don't think I've ever seen Smokey and the Bandit full out, but I guess I should. Focused on a plot to bootleg what brand of beer, which only had regional distribution at the time. Excuse me. Are we talking about Coors, Schaefer, Busch, or PBR?
Complete.
I don't know which one of those beers I'd like to drink less than the other. I mean, I'll drink a half first, and then the Busch.
Like PBR is definitely trash, but there's something.
I mean, if you have to take Schaefer out or take Pabst out, if you had a Mary F. Kill, those 3 right there, Coors, Schaefer, Busch, what would you Mary F. Kill?
Probably kill Busch. Probably Mary Coors, and then
you just
PBR is the one.
No, PBR's out. So you'd be effing Schaefer.
Oh no.
That's rough.
I can't.
I think I'd marry Busch because they got a long lineage family. I'd F Coors.
Yeah.
Because why not? And then I'd kill Schaefer. And then I'd go cheat on all of them with Pabst Blue Ribbon on the side. All right, what one's
That's how you do it.
the plot? 33%. But we're all over the board. Coors, Schaefer, or Busch. One of you is correct on that one. Who answered Coors was your correct one. And Colt got that one right by chance and is in the lead. Zalman, you're in second, and Ginger Snap still no points.
Zalman claims he knows the answer, though.
Fat fingered that one. All right. My wife likes these ones. And which of these is not one of the characteristics of the style of beer named a Goza? Are the dark roasted flavor, saltiness, sourness, herbal notes, which is not a characteristic of the style of beer known as a Goza, is what that's called. And seeing that we're on a delay, I can at least say now to our future audience, Gozas, of course, or why my wife actually likes them is because they taste more like a wine than a beer. They're not hopped at all. There's more of a fruit and a wheat flavor that you're getting out through them. Also lighter on the taste. 67% saying sourness is not a characteristic. You'd be wrong. The answer is dark roasted flavors. As I just said, that they are more brighter. Fermented beer that invented in Germany. It's lemon, sourness, herbal characteristics, saltiness. If you haven't tried one, they're very delicious, especially on a hot day. Zalman got that one right, so now is 24 points above Colt. Ginger Snap close. Still playing, and we appreciate that. Here we go. Appreciate you all watching at home, too. You're keeping me going. Here we go. Question 6. Look at that Speedo. That's actually a GIF, and that's our trivia host, Andrew Weinshanker, by the way. He's the guy that does olives and oil on Thursdays.
Definitely is.
Yeah, we don't make many GIFs, but that one was us. That's I don't know who's he's with. That's definitely Andrew from last summer in Pebble Beach. Which U.S. president was the first to brew his own beer in the White House? Now that I give you enough time to Google it. Barack Obama, George W. Bush, Billy Clinton, or Mr. Carter?
I think I know this one.
Were you at that party with Andrew? It was really weird. I wasn't expecting him to be able to smash the cans that hard together, and just the Eagle Speedo threw me off at first. But
yeah, Stone Cold Steve Austin style.
Yeah, I mean, we filled that Eagle's beak out on that Speedo pretty well. I will say that. What do we got? More like a toucan, right? 100% saying Jimmy Carter. And it was Barack Obama.
I think I knew that too, and I think
nobody was brewing beer at home back in the 80s, the 90s. When was Jimmy Carter president? That was like late 80s, early 90s, right? I would think that Billy Clinton would have done it, but he was lazy Neil McDonald. White House Ale, first beer brewed in the White House. What were you going to say, Colt?
I don't think he made it to the 90s. I think it was just late 80s, but I don't know. Don't fact check that.
I think he was president when I was born. No, I think it was 80s. Yeah, that's a whole night. Zalman, Colt, Ginger Snap, not getting any of that right. Here we go. Question number 7. Look at that dog. As of 2022, which of these countries is not one of the world's top 5 beer-producing nations? Top 5 beer-producing nations. Again, we're playing for a pair of Aero Dodge passes. The winner will get an email from me. Or you just reach out to me once we start doing our next Aero Dodge events, and I'll let you in for free. Aero Dodge is combat archery, right? Archery dodgeball. Brazil, Japan, Canada, or China? Billy Carter had his own brand. You got to do something when your brother's president. Here we go. Use the name. 67% are saying Brazil, Japan, Canada, and China in there as well. The correct answer was Canada. Not one of the top 5 producing. What are, do you ask? Besides China, Japan, and Brazil, the top 5 also include the United States and Germany. Canada is up there in the top 10. But not one of the tops, even though they import a lot from us. Their beer is pretty good, though. The craft breweries, as I took a trip. When I go to Canada, January, February, took a trip through Niagara, actually. In that valley all up through there on Lake Ontario. They've got wineries and breweries and distilleries and more. It's a little hidden gem than us sharing with us. Here we go. Next question. On the TV show 2.5 Men, I Met Your Mother, and The New Girl, the characters all drink what fictional beers? Because they're made by the same production company, and the props company just continues to use the same fake bottles so they don't have to pay the licensing for it. So Bud Light to be on there. Is it called Stelberg, Old Dusseldorf, Heisler, or Alamo? And Colt, I don't know if you know this correct answer. Do you know what some of the other shows that those fake beers are from?
No, well, Community maybe. I know that there's a chip brand that's the same thing, Let's Potato Chips. That's in a bunch of different shows.
Oh, really? Yeah, Let's exactly. Old Dusseldorf is what most of you went for. Stelberg getting there. The correct answer is Heisler beer.
That's my last
Alamo beer is from King of the Hill, isn't it?
That's what they drink.
Yeah. Heisler beer was created by Independent Studio Services as a standardized prop. It's also a burn notice. My name is Earl. Heisler. Yeah, nobody getting that one right. This is a tough game. 8 questions in. Salman is still up by 24. Each of you only getting 3 right, and Ginger Snap still participating. We appreciate that still. Here we go. Here's question 9.
You can still win if you get the rest of these right.
Technically, Ginger Snaps, you could win. You could beat. We have 500 points left up for you to win. Oh, no, 350 points are up on the board. So Salman bluffs this up. you're playing Aero Dodge. You could probably just come and play anyways once we get this one. Don't worry, you're fine. Right an answer. At its heart, stout is simply a version of what other type of dark beer, but with a higher alcohol content. We're cheersing to beer again because of the Rising, not Rising Pipe Brew Fest. That was the one we did at the beginning of the year. This, which was also for the Reach Foundation, but this is their fall beer fest. We're doing it for the Crazy Brew Bash. It's this Saturday. We're giving away a pair of tickets to that. Anybody can win. We're going to pick one email at random for a pair of passes. If you email me at playaerododge@gmail.com, only 30 entries per day. Individual emails. See how many you can send. Maybe that'll help with your chances. All right, so let's see what we answered here. The answers is a hard stout is simply a version of what other type of dark beer. Somebody said lager. Lagers are dark beer, but the correct answer we were looking for was porter. Porter would be the style. And when it was invented in England, stout is named so a stronger, stouter version of the popular porter. In fact, it was initially called a stout porter. A lager is, of course, a type of beer, but not the answer that we wanted. Sorry, Colt. Zalman got that one right. He wrote Potter, by the way, and I was nice by taking that answer, so you're welcome. Because that did change the meaning of the word, but I understood where you were going for. So, and Ginger Snap didn't get that right anyway, so it doesn't matter. Here's your last question, and it's this: what is the term for the study of beer and beer making that Barack Obama was doing in the White House? White House Ale. What is that study called? Bryology, doxology, zythology, or haplology? Haplology. I can never say that name as many times as I do this specific game that I wrote like 3 years ago that I keep reusing for times in Beer Fest need, because that's what we can do, right? It's fresh content to you. What do we got? Obviously, because everybody got these wrong. What do we got for your answer?
Fresh content to me.
Doxology, zythology, haplology. Colt, which did you put?
I put docs.
That you're wrong. The correct answer is zythology. Zythology. Look it up. It's the correct answer. And with that, I hope Ginger Snaps get this right. I don't think Toto will be right enough. Oh, she didn't get it right, or they didn't get it right. But Zalman, congratulations. 2 weeks in a row. Our biggest fan coming in while it's convenient for us to do a 3 p.m. live show. You're going to get to come and check out Aero Dodge. You got a 4-pack of passes, or you can take a 2-pack of Aero Dodge passes. And next year, we'll take you to a Yard Goats game, because they said they make good on they were going to give us a box. We were supposed to do the game at the Yard Goats last week. It got rained out, so that was fine.
It's a nice stadium, too.
It is a nice stadium. We'll be back there. We definitely appreciate Mike and Tim and everybody over there, and congrats on another great season for the Yard Goats, and congrats to, of course, Zalman as the winner of the game. It is Bar Rated Entertainment live every Monday with Goldberg and Colt and sometimes other people. We haven't even talked about our schedule for today. We'll do that after. I just want to do a quick shout out. You can follow us at Play Aero Dads and at Bar Rated Trivia. But before we do anything, while we still have you on here, thanks so much again to the Riverfront Recapture people and Professor Sweet Music and everybody that was involved in the 2022 and 5th annual Heartbeat Music Festival in downtown Hartford. It was put on the Connecticut River. This is a picture we talked to plenty of times in the show. The Professor of Sweet Music to the left, Jeremy Earl in the center, Dave on drums to the right with the great hair. That's Craig, and I'm so sorry I forgot the bassist name again. He's a nice guy though, but definitely a fun time. And Earl in the center, lead singer and guitarist. He puts so much time and energy. He's a teacher by day, but at night he's a musician. And to put this on with like 28 bands on 2 days in this amazing sound system down on the River Rock stage, we ran that. I was the stage manager. Wadsy Barris and myself were up there making stage announcements. You can just see from the sky how beautiful the day. And then even Earl, I brought my paddleboard down because it was on my car already. So we launched off the boat dock where they were doing the boat tours, and this is Earl, like right before. How rock star is this? Earl from the Possum
River to be doing that.
He went into the middle of the Connecticut River. Not only did he go on the river, but he went into the center and then jumped off the paddleboard and then started swimming around. Oh, this is a perfect place. Yeah, Earl from Possum. All right, he's like, I swim in this river all the time. You want to go in? I'm like, no, I'm just happy that somebody is using this. But he went all the way under both bridges that go to East Hartford and turned around, dove in, came out, grabbed the paddleboard, changed up quick, and like a half hour later, is up on stage. And this was him an hour and a half later after he was paddleboarding out here. It was a blast. And we had aero dodge going on. We were having people come out and take shots. Not this setup. This was Shakespeare, but the same difference. And it was a ton of fun. And even got some new people that came up and we're hiring. So we were out there talking about trying to get some new hosts to work with us. So thanks again. At least I could say, if they're even watching, the Bridget from Riverfront Recapture and everybody else that was involved in Riverfront, Earl from Possum, Mike Leahy as well, who was the stage manager extraordinaire that I've been working under for the past 3 years to keep all the stages timed out. And of course, You Bartending. I've got to give them youbartending.com. That was Annabelle. He was doing these frozen fresh fruit non-alcoholic drinks. It was so hot. We kept pumping them up with pina coladas. Didn't even need the rum. It was good. It was a fun day. And the music was great too. And I don't have much to share, but one highlight that I did have from the show, it was really cool because they'd have all the bands happening. And in between the bands, sometimes we'd do announcements. We would ask some trivia questions. But then they had musicians come on. So like on the main stage, Colt wasn't there on the main stage. The guy Lee Taunton, one of my a new friend of mine, Lee came out and he's a musician. If you used to listen to like Radio 104 back in the 90s, there was a Jägermeister song. It was about getting drunk on Jägermeister. It was sort of like Afro Man Before I Got High. Before that song came out, there was the Jägermeister song, getting drunk on Jaeger and getting stopped by a cop. So Lee did a little introduction, but there was other stuff that happened as well. There's some like hip hop artists that came out and country musicians. But there was this other guy, which I loved because I love interaction, and you love interaction too, right, Cole? It's like what we do. We host trivia games, and I like getting people involved. And I got to meet Bob Bloom, and this actually happened right after we were doing our paddleboarding. And where am I thinking? Hey, here we go. I got to meet Bob Bloom, and it's Drumming is for Everyone was his show that he did. And actually just in this picture right here, he came out with his drum set and he brought like 20 drums and put them out in the center and was like, hey, everybody, I'm Bob Bloom and this is Drumming for You. If I'm getting that name wrong, I apologize. But I brought a bunch of drums and you could drum along with me. And it was a big, huge drum circle. And it's literally the only thing I ended up getting a video of Bob and his drums. So I hope we have that video. It's unedited. And I'm sorry at the end, he did go into a whole entire rendition of a Beatles song. The, what was this? Just 17, and you know what I mean. I fell in love with her. That's a song. Yeah, I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. It was great. He did another song with everybody drumming, and it was a James Brown song. But this is the video that I got of how the show kicked off. And Barrett's was with me as well. You can hear us singing in the back because it was very interactive. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we got live from Heartbeat Music Festival. Drumming for You with Bob Bloom.
Can't play. Please let me hear everybody say, scratch my back, now scratch my shoulder, scratch my back, now scratch my shoulder.
Scratch my back, then scratch my shoulder, scratch my back, scratch my shoulder.
Jingle
So yeah, it was a whole drum circle, and it was drumming about you. I'm sorry that I got that wrong, but Bob Bloom drumming about you, and I loved it. It was like the perfect thing I needed for that time of the day. I'm like, we could all start drumming. I went and got myself a big conga, and we were out there.
Hell yeah.
It was a lot of fun, and you can see stuff like that. And that's just one piece. I mean, it goes from Bob Bloom, the Professor of Sweet Sweet Music, the BAP Pack. Have you heard of the BAP Pack? B-A-P Pack. And I'm not like a hip hop guy. I'm the WCCC DJ Cole. You know that. We like our rock. You like your funk and your alternative. But I respect all forms of music. And the BAP Pack is the four. I don't want to call them rappers, but they're lyricists. I think is a better name for it. Clockwise, Hydro, and a lot of people know Tang Sauce. Tang Sauce, we played his stuff on our show before. He's done with Professor Sweet Music, and also Self-Suffice, which I think he's been on the show too. We played his music in our shows as well. Well, the four of them met last year at the Heartbeat Music Festival and formed this group called the BAP Pack. And I'm telling you, it was I've never saw the Beastie Boys play live, but it was the closest thing to like the Beastie Boys that you could imagine, with four rappers going out. Tang Sauce is doing one-hand handstands, pumping up on the lawn. Everybody's climbing up the stairs. They were the first band. They went in at 5:30 on Friday. So that's how it all started off. And then, there was. I wish I had the whole list, and we could do a recap. I'd love to get Earl on, maybe next week. We'll get Earl from Possum onto the show to actually, kind of go over everything with us from his vantage point. But it was just awesome. And country music, folk music, there was reggae music. Tang is amazing. Yeah, Zombie, you know what I'm talking about. And they're all excellent dudes. I met Hydro for the first time, and he's a Captain America. He comes out in a Captain America luchador mask and raps that way. He's wearing one glove. He's got the book in there. Yeah, it was fun. I like the fun music that you get to watch, and I had more fun than I knew I was going to have a great time. But it was great, and I did about 30,000 steps between the 2 days of the festival, and they were worth every single penny. So thanks again, especially to Earl from Possum for having me be part of this and being able to MC it. Looking forward to our meeting probably next week with the rest of the group, so we can start planning next year's Heartbeat Music Festival 2023. R-Rated is honored to be part of this, and we can't wait to see you there. All right, Colt, why don't you tell everybody where you're going to be hosting trivia this week, and we'll go through our schedule. We actually have some new locations, which I'll go over after. You tell people where you're training your brain, which is like at your regular places, as far as I know.
Yep. No surprises here for anyone
it's an easy week on me.
Watches regularly. Tomorrow, come on by to mixtape match at Lucky Taco. That's in Manchester, and that is not trivia. So you don't even have to use much brains. You just gotta be willing to mark off a card and listen to some music. So that's a good time. Wednesday, you can come by Clocktown. That is in Thomaston, and that is trivia, but pretty competitive. Was I there last week? I think I might have missed out. So
at Clocktown, I did Clocktown last week because Matt and Liam were off, and so
that's right. Yep,
you were at THC, and I did Clockhouse, and Amy was at Ironhole. Last Wednesday was a mess. We did it. We didn't cancel anything.
Definitely come to Clocktown and welcome me back, and also Tomato Joe's on Thursday, which has been going awesome. I love it.
Not to say anything, they were very excited at Clocktown to see me, but they do love you down there, of course. Well. That place is great. The pizza's so good. They got that. It's like a potato pizza with a white sauce and rosemary, and they put bacon on it, and then they bake the potato slices all on there. And it's so good. It's like potatoes all gratin on a pizza.
Maybe that's how I'll celebrate my return.
Yeah, I would suggest that. Don't forget, again, we are hiring. We do need new hosts. We are taking them on, and we just brought a couple new people on. So we are very happy to have them, and would love to hear from you too. The open availability, we've got gear for you to use. We have places that want games, so we can't have any more games if we don't have people to host them. So but we're fine with what we're doing right now too. We're pretty busy, and let's roll through that schedule one more time if you can, because I am excited before we end this and go to the phrase of the week to tell you these new places. Mondays in East Hartford, One Wood Pub. Lyman Orchards, we're returning there with actually Stranger Things trivia, bar rated style. That is on October 18th, Lyman Orchards. The Salty Dog Tavern, which is the old Tipping Chair Tavern in Plantsville, is now owned by the Hop House crew, and they're having us start trivia there with bar rated on October 5th. Lucky Taco, they have a Vernon location too, and actually, get this, Aaron, one of the owners of Lucky Taco, is going to host that game. I just have to talk to her. We have to get it set up. So that's why I'm saying coming soon, ... And then also, it's our triumphant return to Hops on the Hill. That's not starting till November 18th. But that is going to be Friday nights in South Glastonbury. It's an awesome barn out there, and I can't wait to talk to them about Aero Dodge as well, if we can do it out in those hops fields and have a fun time and have some beers afterwards for damn sure. And then what else? I think that's looking. Oh, and it's not on that yet because I don't know what we're doing. Starting next week, because we just hired a new kid, it's our valiant return to Huskies. Huskies in stores. A place that when we had enough crew, we were doing 3 days a week at Huskies. All three of our games, Mixed Steak Match, Bar Rated, and Hot Fingers, and it's just it's been tough. But we welcome Josh, one of our new hosts, to the game. He came down to Heartbeat, and we're getting it kicked off next week. Like, I got to drive out to Huskies next Tuesday, so I'll be there to kick things off at Huskies Tavern, and I actually got to make posters up for that too now. All right, as Colt reminds us at the bottom, before we give you the phrase of the week, if you are here for that, email us at playaerododge@gmail.com. We are giving away a pair of passes for you to go to this weekend's Crazy Brew Bash in Southington, Mount Southington ski area. And tickets are on sale. You go to crazybashes.com to get your tickets. But there's going to be live music. Actually, yeah, I didn't see that. Wheelhouse, O10 Vargas, and Chaser 8. Chaser 8's really good. I've seen them a couple times. But yeah, the axe throwing truck will be there. I want to go on the chairlift. Colt, will you go up the chairlift with me?
Sure.
I'm afraid
I used to snowboard. I'm no stranger to that.
Yeah, well, I'm not.
I'll jump off it on my snowboard. And
there you go. Well, sometimes there's only one chain. Have you ever seen those videos of like chairlifts when they stop? And that's the worst when a chairlift stops, especially when it's like super cold and you have to pee. Or you're out of beer because that's why you have to pee. But I saw one video and the chairlift stopped, but the snow blower that was blowing snow broke, and it was shooting right up at the people directly in the chairlift right there, and it was awful. And it was like too hot. I don't wish that on my enemies. But that's not going to be happening at Mount Southington this weekend. And email me. Did we get any emails so far? Should I check before we close this out?
Yeah, within the past 20 minutes.
Let's see, within the past 42 minutes as we've been doing this show, which I said was going to be short, but we went long anyways. Nobody. It's all right. So it's still open.
You got time.
Email me. All right, Colt, close this show out with the phrase of the week.
As always, the phrase of the week is the last thing we do, and it gives you points at live games. You know, if you come looking like that, I'll give you points as well. Extra points. I don't know if I want to make that promise. But the phrase of the week is a phrase that you have to unscramble. Simple as that. Let me give it to you. And then, it's up to you to do the work to get 200 points at a Hot Fingers game and 5 points at a Bar Rated game.
Last week, by the way, you had everybody at Clocktown, including myself, stumped. It was a watched pot never boils was the phrase.
Yeah.
And it was watched. The way that watched was mixed up. There was a bunch of us. Everybody's coming over. They're like, I want to get the points for the phrase of the week. I can't figure this out. I just give up. I'm like, I don't. He didn't send us an email. I don't even know what it is either. If nobody's coming up to me with the correct answer, I can't look and then base it off to see what it is. So let's see if I can.
This is your way of telling me to send out an email.
Oh, I think I know. I know one word.
Well, it has to do with the time of season, and I think I've done this one years ago.
Yeah, I think I've got it right now. But there you go. Phrase of the week. It's worth, 5 points at a Bar Rated game, 200 points at a Hot Fingers game. And if you see Colt at a mixtape match game, you get how about a free game card? That's on the phrase of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Have we done that?
That goes a long way.
It does, actually, yeah, especially in the pay games. So that could be counting as a free pay card if you're doing a pay game. Let's do that. See what happens. All right, everybody. Well, that is our show. thank you again for watching, for playing. Congrats to Zalman, and we'll see you out at an Aero Dodge event. And have fun in our games this week and be well. If you have any questions, you can always email me, barratedtrivia@gmail.com, playaerododge@gmail.com, and stay tuned for upcoming Aero Dodge combat archery events coming to you. But until then, don't forget to spay and neuter your cats and dogs, tip your bartender, and never cross the streams. This is Bar Rated Entertainment saying peace and love.
My back.
And scratch my back, then scratch my shoulders, scratch my back, then scratch your shoulders, scratch my back, scratch my shoulders. Peace and love, everybody.
We're going to have some fun. We're calling it Hot Fingers Trivia now, because you got to answer quickly for more points.
Now, if you played the game here before, which it's nice to see a lot of familiar faces, welcome back. No sheets, no pens for tonight. We are playing a game on our phone. Hot Fingers!